Good morning students. Welcome to science class. I hope you all have revised their different types of beaks and their functions. Today I am going to discuss feet and claws of birds. Now open your book on page 40. Before going to start, first I'll discuss the terms that will come in this topic. Number 1. Scratching birds. Birds that scratch the ground. For example, hen, quail, etc. Number 2. Swimming birds. Birds that swim in water. For example, duck, swan, etc. Number 3. Grasping birds. Birds that grasp their prey. For example, owl, vulture, etc. Now, next is perching birds. Birds that grip the branches. For example, crow, pigeon, robin, etc. Now, next is running birds. Birds that run fast. For example, ostrich, emu, etc. Now next is climbing birds. Birds that climb on trees. For example, woodpecker, parrot, etc. And last is wading birds. Birds that walk through the water. For example, crane, herons. Now let's start reading. Feet and claws of birds. Different birds have different types of feet and claws. Birds have 2 feet, each having 4 toes. They help them to walk, run, climb, perch, catch food and wade through water. Students, most of the birds have 2 feet with 4 clawed toes. The shape and the structure of the claws depend on the place the birds live and the feeding habit of the birds. The claws help them in balancing, walking, swimming and wading in water. Now students, I am going to discuss different types of feet and claws of birds. And students, underline side by side the shape of claws as well as their functions. Number 1. Owl. Owl has grasping type of feet. Underline word grasping and write its meaning to seize. Owl has sharp and curved claws. Help these birds to catch and hold their prey. Now underline sharp and curved claws and its function to catch and hold their prey. Now number 2, chicken. Chicken has scratching type of feet. Underline word scratching and write its meaning rubbing. It has nail-like toes which help to scratch the soil to find food. Now underline nail-like toes and its function to scratch the soil to find food. Now come along. Number 3 is duck. Duck is a swimming bird and it has webbed feet which used as paddles for swimming. Students, birds like duck and swan have webbed feet to swim in water. The webbed feet help them paddle and push water while swimming. Now underline its feet, webbed feet. Write its meaning toes connected by skin. Now underline word paddle and write its meaning oars. Now write down its function for swimming. Now number 4th is robin. Robin is a perching bird. Underline word perching and write its meaning resting. Robin has 3 toes face forward and the 4th toe faces backward. This lets them to grip the branch tightly. Students, birds like crow, sparrow, robin, etc. perch and hop on the branches. They hop on the ground and can even sleep while perching. Now underline its feet and claws, 3 toes forward and the 4th toe backward. And now its function, underline, to grip the branch tightly. Students, underline word grip and write its meaning hold. Now number 5th is ostrich. Ostrich is a running bird and it has 3 toes for running fast. Students, the ostrich and cassowary are running birds. They cannot fly. They have long and strong legs for running. Now underline 3 toes and its function for running. Now number 6 is woodpecker. Woodpecker is a climbing bird. Underline word climbing and write its meaning to go up. They have 2 toes pointing in front and 2 pointing at the back. The hind toes enable them to climb without falling backward. Now, students, birds like woodpecker and parrots have 2 toes pointing upward and 2 downward. Such toes help them to climb up the trees. Now students, underline its feet, 2 toes pointing in front and 2 pointing at the back. Now underline its function to climb without falling backward. Now number 7th is heron. Heron is a wading bird. Underline word wading and write its meaning walk through water. The long toes help them to walk on soft surfaces near the water's edge or in water without sinking in the mud. Students, birds like cranes, herons walk in shallow water in search of food, and such birds are called wading birds. These birds have long legs and wide spreading toes. Now write down long legs with widespread toes and underline its function to walk in water. Now let's revise. How do feet and claws of a bird help it? Feet and claws of a bird help to walk, perch, catch food and wade through water. Number 2. How do webbed feet help a duck? Webbed feet help a duck to swim in water. And the last is, name any 2 birds that have sharp and curved claws. Vulture and owl have sharp and curved claws. Students, tomorrow I will continue with the next topic. Till then, read the chapter and revise questions and also revise the chart that is given on page 41.